Hello, welcome to Sunny Sanctuary. I'm Sunny. Today we're going to have an overarching practice, but I'm going to do some more focusing on my hips. My hips personally have been tight and not comfortable for sleep. So let's loosen up. Yoga mat. And if you have them, 2 blocks. If not, grab books, put them off to the side, have them just in case you feel like you need them. Would like us to start in child's pose, balasana. Balasana. You're going to go ahead and move towards the back of the mat, legs together, and you're going to slowly walk your head down and have your arms come up beside you. Let your shoulders fall open. Breathe. We won't be here too long. We're going to go ahead and get ready to come up. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and roll yourself up. Utthita Balasana. Wide leg child's pose. Knees come out as wide as the mat. You're going to slowly but surely walk yourself forward. Have your hands going towards the corners of your mat and bring yourself down in between your hands and shoulders, and bring your head down to the mat. Breathe. This is a pose. Everyone stay in their positions as I show a brief modification with this pose. If you cannot get all the way down, please put a block underneath by your feet, not exactly on your ankles, please. Put the block down, walk yourself as far as you could go, and put your head down, forehead fully down on the block. And breathe. You want to get a nice extension through here. Everything is being turned on and engaged. One more breath. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, slowly walk your hands up underneath your shoulders. If you had a block, please move it from underneath you. Okay, I'm going to keep the blocks over here. And bring yourself back up. I'm going to turn and face you for this, our last variation of Balasana. I'm going to go off to the side actually. Keep it wide leg like we just were. If you had the blocks, please use them. But when you come down, you're going to come down in the middle, and then I would like you to veer off one hand, then the other hand to the right, and come down. You're not going to move your lower body. So I'm going to face the camera so you can see me. I'm in position. If you're already in position, stay there and adjust. I'm in position. I'm coming down into child's pose, but then I'm going to walk over to the right, keep my hips anchored down. If this is as far as you could go, stay up top. I'd rather you stay high than try to go low and you're out of alignment in your bottom half. Be careful as we build muscle. Take one more inhale. Follow me because we're going to walk our hands over to the left and do the same exact thing. If you stayed up higher on the right side, do the same thing on the left side. Balance. If you're able to come down further, go ahead and bring yourself down. You're free to use a block for this as well. The way you would use a block, everyone else, same position. You could bring it up to a medium height and bring your forehead right down to the block. This would allow you to activate the side, the muscles along your side body. Let's wake them up. Remember, your bottom half stays anchored. Come up like this. Keep the integrity of your posture. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Come to center. Slowly walk yourself in and roll yourself back up. Knees come together. Let's get into a comfortable seated position. You can move off to the side, come back around. You know I was smooth how I rolled like that. If you would like, please use a block to sit on. I am going to sit wide-legged because I'm trying to get my hips open. If you would like to sit more like this, bring in your right foot close to your body and have your left foot in front. Bring it in closer to make it less intense. Bring it out further to make it more intense. The choice is yours. We're going into Kundalini circles. Once you put your hands on top of your hips, and they sound just like they are. We're only moving the top half of our body. Start to go on the right. And you cannot cheat. You must go all the way around. Your bottom needs to stay anchored. Come around. Keep going. Your body needs to stay anchored. It is only your top part that should be moving. One more time, going around. We're not holding our breath. Breathing in and out of our nose. And let's go back right around the other side. Here we go, starting with the left side and going around. Really get into this movement. Seated shoulder circles. Because I've already been sitting like this, let me give my other leg some more attention. So let's switch. Put your right leg in front and bring your left leg in as close as comfortable for you. And your right foot goes in front. If you are sitting crisscross, change the position of your legs. You ain't getting out of this. Hands down on top of your knees. Let's have some nice, big, juicy shoulder circles. Let's go forward first. And just make them so exaggerated. Because it's been a long week. No matter when you watch this video, it could be a long day. Keep going forward. 2 more times. Now we're gonna go backwards. I'm gonna move sideways so you can see as I go backwards. Now, backwards shoulder circles, exaggerate. Bring your shoulders up. Oh, make it seem like you're trying to bring your 2 shoulder blades together and down. Hands on your knees. Notice, I am not moving my neck. I'm not slouched. I'm sitting upright. We're not holding our breath. 2 more, very exaggerated. Come on, try to get those shoulders together. Last one, bring it in. And I want you to hold for 1 moment. Breathe. Yep, it's uncomfortable. Oh, but wait till we release. Come on, breathe. And bring down. You can shimmy it out a little. All right. Now we're going to move into Bahamanasana, which is all fours, tabletop position. Knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. Uka Mudra Vrashasana. Thread the needle. I'm going to go in the direction facing you first. You're on all fours, on tabletop. Swing your left arm up. Try to stay in position. I know I'm leaning back some. Thread the needle around means bringing your arm around. Come down onto that shoulder and that left ear. Your right hand underneath of your right shoulder. This is not about twisting yourself into a pretzel. If this is not comfortable for you and this is more comfortable, that is not a problem. Stay in this position. The rest of you who can come down, stay in your positions. One more breath. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, push yourself up using your right hand. De-thread the needle by bringing your arm up and bring your hand back down. Due to the wall, I'm going to move to the other side so y'all can see me. Uddha Mudda Basasana. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm so determined to get this fully right. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Sweep your right arm up. Bring it around. As you bring it around, come down onto your right ear and your right shoulder. Left hand stays under left shoulder. Breathe. If that's not accessible to you, stay here or come back up this way. Either way, we're moving. And I want people to be encouraged. One more breath in. As you breathe out, swing your arm back up. Breathe, try to stay in position, and bring your hand down. This allows us to go straight into Palakasana, plank pose. Curl your toes under, and that's right. Slowly bring your knees up. If you need to step back, step back. Plank is not this. Bring your abdomen down. Your knees should be up and engaged. Your whole leg is straight. Let your shoulders come open across the top. Hold for one more breath. Adho Mukha Shavasana, which is downward facing dog. You're gonna pike up your hips, bring your feet in. If your heels do not come down, no worries. Make sure your legs are hip distance apart, no wider than that. And you want to try to bring your chest towards your thighs. We breathe to go a little deeper into the posture. If you need to have a bend in your knees, no problem. Keep breathing. If your legs are straight, go ahead and start to bend them in and come up on your toes. Adho Mukha Savasana variation. Notice how, same position, notice how the only thing I moved were my legs up into my toes. My thighs are going towards my chest and my chest is going towards my thighs. Breathe. Slowly roll yourself down. If you're still on your tippy toes, that's fine. I want you to walk your hands towards the back of the mat and gently roll yourself up. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your hands up into mountain. Start to bend towards your feet, flat back, and then roll down. Hands come down to the ground. You can use 2 blocks here if you need to. If you cannot tense your fingers, halfway up, flat back. Put your hands against your shins, flat back, holding it in. Come back down and raise yourself back up. And arms come floating down. Surya Namaskar Uttanasana. Arms up, shoulders down. Bring yourself forward. Remember, you're not going backwards. We're coming towards the front. Yogi toes on, straight back, and then start to round. Bring your hands down. One breath. Halfway lift. Hands go into the shins as they help you extend out through your back and your hips. Put a little weight in the ball band of your feet. Come back down to forward fold. Breathe one time for a beat. And bring your arms back up and let your hands float down. Allow me to turn and face the front. Malasana Uttanasana. Malasana is yogi squat. Legs a little bit further than hip distance apart. We're going to go up and down in this posture. Now my feet should be able to stay on the ground. Yours may not. You may come up on your toes. That is okay. And I'll show you a variation. Bring your arms up. Legs are a little bit more than hip distance apart. Bring yourself down to the nice folded position we were in. Now with both your hands down, you're going to bring your knees out to a V, and either your feet are up like mine, or you're looking at me like I'm crazy. That's okay. You can take a block and have it underneath your feet, and you can stay in Malasana Anjali Mudra, which is hands together, looks like a prayer, and you're just going to stay in this position. The rest of us, we're going to go up, down. So come on, up, down, here we go. We're down in this direction, hands stay down on the ground, and lift your bottom up. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your bottom back down. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your bottom up. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your bottom down. One more time, breathe in. As you're breathe out, bring your bottom up. As you breathe out, bring your bottom down, and we're gonna hold. You're going to bring your elbows to the inner parts of your knee, not on your knee, the inside. If you're crunching down, stay up. If you had to be on blocks, that's fine. If you decide that you need to come down like this instead, that's okay too. If you're on a block, or if we get to this part and you need a block, 2 blocks together, how you get in the position, use a wall to help you. You're gonna bring your heels on the blocks and just bring your knees down, straight down, like that. Come back up, and you can bring your knees straight back down like this. I'm gonna show you a side view. This is for if you have blocks. Side view and doing the Malasana Uttanasana. This is one with yogi blocks. You have your heels, look, firmly on the blocks. You got your yogi toes activated. We're engaged. This is the most important part because I'm not gonna dump down. Nope. We're gonna go straight down. We're up, and then we're gonna come down. Straight down. Come back up. And then we're gonna go straight down. Now that we're down, we're just gonna stay here. Anjali Mudra with your hands and breathe. Tuck your tailbone in. If you notice that you feel like you're poking out and your lower back is rounding in, tuck your tailbone. That will help drop your tailbone so you're not putting added stress on the muscles and your spine. Stay in position. I know your legs are on fire. That's okay. Bring your hands down to the mat. Bring yourself up. On your toes, one at a time. Remove your block. And let's just hang out here for a second and forward fold. I promise I'm gonna keep getting there. Uttanasana, forward fold. We're just hanging out for a minute. Go ahead and roll yourself up. Counter move, Anuvitasana. Feet are hip distance apart. You can have a slight knee bend in your knees. Nice and bouncy. Bring your hands facing downward to the lower part of your back. Your palms are on the lower part of your back, almost where it connects with your hips. Stay away from your spine. Stay away from being directly on your pelvic bone. The only thing that's going to move, we'll go We're gonna open across our shoulders. We have our drishti fully going to help us with balance. Start to bring your elbows like they're coming together. Bring your drishti up. Keep going up, because what we want is the top part of your back to bend back some. Not your whole back. This position with your hands helps keep your pelvis in line. And it really is like your shoulders and elbows are trying to touch. Let's get ready to come out. You're gonna slowly bring your shoulders back up. Bring your head back up and neck, and bring your arms down beside you. Only to go right back into another back bend. This time we get to go further. Bottom heavy, stays fully aligned, feet hip distance apart, toes are activated. Bring your arms up, keep your shoulders down. Hasta Utkatasana. You're gonna bring your drishti with you, and this time we're gonna fully bend back as far as you are comfortable with going. If you feel any pinching or pulling in your back, please slowly come out of the posture fully. Your lower half is anchored down, anchored. It is your top half that's doing the work. Eventually, this pays off when you want to advance your practice into full back bends and wheel. Breathe. I know some of y'all want to hold your breath. Stop, hold your breath. As we come out, one more inhale and exhale. Bring yourself back up. Neck and head come last. Continue with moving your arms down beside you. Standing wind pose. We've done seated wind pose. This is standing wind pose. All your weight on your right foot. Yogi toes activated. You can have a slight bend in your knee. Make sure you're ready for all the weight. Test it out. Slowly bring up your left leg. Bring your hands down to meet it, interlace around your shin, and come fully up. Flex your toes towards your face. Breathe. You got this. Come on. One more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly unlace your hands and slowly put your foot back down. Up. We're going into the next one. Here we go. Yogi toes activated, feet facing the front, slight bend in the knees. Start to bring your right knee up towards you. You're gonna interlace your hands again in the opposite direction and bring your knee fully up. Flex your foot and breathe. You got this. Focusing on your drishti really helps in standing postures. Slowly unlace your hands and replace your right foot right down next to your left foot. You did it, you did it. Asana, I'm gonna move to the side. Legs hip distance apart. You're gonna slowly start to go down. Everything's engaged. Keep going down. It's okay to come up on your toes. That's what you want anyway, because we're gonna come down fully into toe squat. That's a lot. So if that's not accessible, come on down. If you have to do one foot at a time, no problem. Make sure all your toes are down and you are tucked in with your pelvis, your core is engaged. Take 2 breaths. I know your toes are on fire. Your toes and ankles have so many small muscles. You will thank your body later for all of this love and dedication you're showing it. Yes, I'll get on with it. You're going to put your hands on the upper thighs and you're gonna round your back into cat. Push up through your shoulders and come in for cow. Go straight into cat, go into cow. One more into cat. Really pull between your shoulders. Bring your chest forward into cow. Hands come down, and we're gonna pity pat our feet out. Come back to slowly bring yourself up to standing. Open up to a wide-legged posture, wider than hip distance. Uttanasana. When you bend forward, again, we're coming straight forward, flat back. We're not going backwards. See me going back? We're going forward. We're gonna round our back. Your pointing finger and your middle finger and your thumb are gonna loop around your toe, your big toe like this. You're gonna circle around, bring your elbows out, come further down into the asana. You have a slight bend in your knees and breathe. Every time you breathe, go a little further. Release the tension in your lower back and your middle back. Release your feet, hands in the middle. Stretch your back, come to a straight back. Standasana. You'll love this one. Standasana. We're gonna stay in this position. I want you to go towards, I'm gonna go slow, go towards your left leg, come down like I am, and bring your other leg, your other foot up, facing your face. Now, I cannot bring my feet down when I'm in this posture. It never works for me. Do not feel bad. I do have to hold on. Some people don't. You can also frame both sides of your leg if that would make it more comfortable and if you're more stable. Make sure you're not falling back and that you're holding on and you're keeping. You want to feel all of your muscles ignited straight up and around through your inner thigh. One more breath. Here's how we go to the other side. We're going to walk to the other side. Come on up. Go right to the other side. Slowly down. Leg straight. Feet flex towards my face. And we're up. Standasana. Tense your fingers if you need to, or everybody else stay in position. If you need blocks, this is how you would use your blocks to help you. But please continue to drop your bottom down some. Let your hips stay even. Foot flexed. You want to feel all the juicy muscle that you're building. Okay, I'm going to move the blocks. We're going to go straight into pigeon. And the easiest way to do that is to come forward. See, I just came forward into a lunge. My back foot is down. I'm gonna move my hands up slightly so you can see. I'm gonna bring my left foot, bring it to the edge of the mat, bring my knee, come up some, come forward some, bring my knee down. Both hands are gonna frame the outside of my foot, and my left leg is gonna go straight back. And I'm going to lift up. My weight distribution is even through my hips. I'll show you the variation in one moment. Keep breathing. If you like more intensity, you can come down some. To make this posture more accessible, you can bring your foot in some towards you and sit up in this way. That allows you to have more even distribution in your hips. You can widen out your hands a little bit. The goal is for your hips to stay even, and for your hip and your glute on the leg that is bent, which is my left leg, gets the benefit of really being opened and having a stress release, and quite possibly an emotional one. In order to come out, go ahead and shift your weight up. Bring your foot in. We're going to move to the other side by bringing our right foot up. If you need assistance, assist your leg, and you're gonna come down. You'll either have your foot bent in towards you for a modified version, or you're straight-legged, and you have a block right there to help you come fully into the posture. Your toes are bent towards your knee, and breathe. Again, if you want intensity, you can start to come down. Take 2 more breaths. You're gonna roll yourself up, neck and head last. You're gonna come up some, remove the block. Bring yourself to the side and come around. Now off to everyone's favorite posture, Shavasana. Shavasana. Bring your legs to the front, feet on the floor, slowly but surely with your pelvis tucked, hands up. Come on, have your hands up. And slowly come down. We're not plopping, we're engaged. We're almost there. Wiggle your shoulders underneath you a little bit. Let's give some relief to the chest. It's done work today. Hands come beside you. Feet fall open like mine, just like you were opening a book. And breathe. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Last time, exhale, and as you get ready, exhale, bring your feet together, and you can stretch overhead, point your toes, flex, point, flex, and we're getting ready to roll up. I'm gonna rock and roll. It looks like this, and I just roll the extension of my back. If you have back problems, do not do this pose. I'm gonna hold here for 1 second. I'm gonna turn around, crisscross. Thank you so much for coming to Sunny Sanctuary. I challenge y'all. Y'all didn't see it coming, but I know that many of you will come back to it. I appreciate you. Thank you for attending. Namaste.